welcome back to the latest version of Ask Strom. This is our opportunity, my opportunity to hear from you, find out what you're interested in, and your opportunity to hear from me to find out what I'm doing in virtual Olympia, in my home office instead of my Olympia office. So we've got a couple of great questions on issues that are super important to me, and I think to a lot of you out there in the 21st district. Let me check right here. We've got Susan from Edmonds asked about House Bill 1236. And this is a bill that went through my committee, the Housing, Human Services, and Veterans Affairs Committee. And this is a really important bill to protect tenants and tenants' rights when it comes to eviction reform and dealing with landlords. And we know that 90% of landlords are good actors, probably higher than 90%, probably 95% of landlords are great actors and really do whatever they can to support their tenants. There are some people out there that will evict somebody without just cause. And this is really kicking somebody out of their home. This might be a family of four, and just with very short notice, they suddenly have to leave. So they have to scramble to get things packed up, to find the money to move into a new place. We think that we should put some sideboards around that. And this is really going to do some great things that a lot of other states and some of our local jurisdictions are already doing to help protect tenants. And I think ultimately it just helps build a stronger relationship between tenants and their landlords. And I think that's better for Washington, for all Washingtonians. And another question we got from Deborah in Everett, and she asks about House Bill 1406. And this has gotten a lot of press. You may have read about this in the papers. And this basically is asking the absolute wealthiest Washingtonians to pay their fair share when it comes to supporting all of the things that we need to do as a state, to support our schools, to support our roads, to support our emergency medical services. Right now, Washington state has the most upside down tax system in the country. So the working families and the poorest among us pay a much, much, much higher percentage of their income than the wealthiest. So we're asking billionaires, and that's billionaires with a B, to pay 1% of the wealth that they accumulate in excess of $1 billion. So for those of my constituents that make $999 million, and you're fine. This isn't going to get you. But we're asking, there are about 100 plus billionaires in the state of Washington that we're asking to pay a little 1% fee on those monies that they make above $1 billion. This could bring in as much as $2.5 billion a year, according to our budget experts. $2.5 billion a year can go a long way in helping those communities that have been hardest hurt by the pandemic. This is a great, important, impactful bill. And I applaud my colleagues that have done so much research, talking to Washingtonians in every corner about what they think the fairest way to create a new and equitable tax system in Washington. Lots of other stuff happening in virtual Olympia. Not quite as much as most years. We're going at a little bit of a slower pace, just getting used to this virtual world, but we're getting a lot of important work done when it comes to dealing with the pandemic, making sure that we're getting the people's work done. And finally, if you want to learn a little bit more and really maybe even have some good back and forth, please join me and my seatmates, the fantastic Representative Lillian Ortiz-Self and wonderful Senator Marco Leas, one of my oldest friends here in Edmonds, for our virtual town hall. And that is on the 17th of February at 6 o'clock. You can find all the information on my Facebook page. You can send in questions early. We can't wait to see you and hear from you. And again, thanks so much for listening to this episode of Ask Strom. We look forward to hearing more and more of your questions, and thank you for your support.